Police say he was arrested last night in Nickerson Gardens, arrested and booked for marijuana possession. So much marijuana that it was a felony.
Hey there guys, what's happening and welcome back to our channel. They rose to fame from the ground. NBA players get to live a very luxurious life, staying at fancy hotels, eating exorbitant food, and being able to afford insane houses and incredible cars. For some players, however, it wasn't always like that. Some had to live a hood life growing up in streets in between gangs, and it wasn't always smooth sailing for them. Here are some NBA players with gang ties. Number 6, Zach Randolph.
NBA All-Star Zach Randolph is leaving 77th Division, having just posted $20,000 bail.
Before Randolph was ever drafted into the NBA, he was arrested for robbery and battery charges. His behavior at a young age was unlike most teenagers. That mentality is what led him into a gang. Randolph's mother struggled all her life raising 4 children without a father figure in their lives. They were all living on welfare and struggled to pay their bills. For Zach, not being able to get new clothes was normal. He wore the same pair of jeans to school day after day and week after week. He got tired of it and tried stealing a pair of jeans from Walmart once. He got caught for it and spent 30 days in juvenile detention as a result. This was the start of a familiar pattern. Years passed and infractions piled up, but his basketball skills blossomed. Authorities placed a 15-year-old Randolph under house arrest for battery. He was placed in juvenile detention for 2 years for stealing weapons. Then, in 2002, he was arrested again for being under the influence of substances. This was within the first year of his drafting in Portland. He was part of a gang and involved in illegal activities throughout his time in the league. Other players were vulnerable being with him there. Number 5, Carmelo Anthony.
We ain't play my man, I swear to God. I don't know what we're gonna do to him. We're gonna lynch his ass if he ever come here. When they come play them Wizards up there, we're gonna lynch his ass.
Back in his rookie days, Carmelo was known for throwing gang signs, but he hasn't certainly been involved in a gang. He grew up in Baltimore in a hood surrounded by gangs and harmful substances. Just like anyone would, he's had friends in his neighborhood growing up. Anthony was featured in a DVD years ago called Stop Snitching, which was part of a campaign going on in Maryland at the time. It wanted to let people know that they should stop providing information to the police regarding gang crimes. At the time, Carmelo was young and definitely dumb. He claimed he had no idea he'd been in a DVD. After the campaign reached new levels and some tapes were released, Carmelo was seen publicly. Everyone saw him hanging out with gang members, which led them to believe he was part of them too. Number 4, Caron Butler. Butler's journey into the NBA is full of the hardest challenges that anybody ever had to face. His childhood consisted of weapons, substances, jail, and other illegal activities. He bought his first weapon at the age of 12. Not long after this, he started selling substances on the street outside of his little red wagon. They would practice with weapons on Lake Michigan, targeting anyone who was surfing or boating in the lake. There were several serious exchanges of fire among Butler's gang and rivals, and it was life-threatening to say the least. Butler was so deeply invested in this gang that he carried weapons with him at college too. The authorities found one with him in his classroom and the other in his locker. This sent him to jail. This was one of the 15 times Butler was behind bars, that too before the age of 15. He was fortunate enough to discover his love for basketball at a youth detention center. This helped him wise up and make better decisions for his love of basketball. He would later make it to the league and win an NBA championship. We're glad he was able to find his way out of the mess. With his record, there was nothing but jail time in front of him if it wasn't for the NBA. Number 3, Steven Jackson. Jackson used to wear a lot of red-colored apparel accessories on the court. While off the court, he was always wearing a red bandana. He admitted it was a specific reason in 2005. In an interview with ESPN, Jackson said he wore red all the time because he was associated with the Blood Street gang. He explained all the details of his life and how he got involved with these people. He also revealed how he lost his brother in a gang war. It was an event in his life that changed him forever. He also admitted to using substances and possessed weapons all the time. During his career, Jackson has played for 9 NBA teams and he won a championship with the Spurs too. Life in retirement has been going well for him. Despite living a dark life, he got himself out just in time and now lives respectfully. Number 2, Monta Ellis. Monta Ellis has GD tattooed on his right arm and a 6-pointed star on his left, which represent his gang's principles: love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. These are the obvious references to the Gangster Disciples gang that's still active in Ellis's native state, Mississippi. He refuses to make any comment on this, but everyone knows what's up with him. He's one of the most improved NBA players we've ever seen. Rising from the hood into a star wasn't easy for him, but he was able to do it anyway. Number 1, DEMAR DEROZAN. DEMAR grew up in Compton, California, and in between a lot of gang happenings. He was protected by the Crips gang growing up because of his parents' affiliation with the gang. This was also because of DEMAR's basketball talent. The gang was spread in an area of 10 blocks and they have complete rule over it. His gang became his identity, and all we can do is blame his birthplace and geography for this. For DEMAR, it came before religion and any other difference. He said it was the first place where they felt accepted. To put it shortly, he just said, "It's all I knew." He looks back at the time now. He said it didn't make any sense for him to be like that, but the truth is, back then, it was all he had. DEMAR lost his uncle due to gang wars, and this happened only when he was 5 years old. His uncle was the biggest Crip in Compton, and when he passed away, it was as if a celebrity had left the gang. Even the funeral was like a parade. They were all honoring the man who had passed away. Funerals had been a big part of his life. He's attended an uncomfortable number of those, and each time was new than the one before. Anything could happen during then. Things could take a turn for the worse at any time. All of this had an impact on him, and he learned a lot from them moving ahead in life. Do give us your thoughts regarding all of this in the comments section below, while also hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel if you want to catch up on more NBA related content from our channel in the future. And with that, I leave you in good graces until the next video. Bye now.